जयो राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जयो राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय श्री श्री राधा माधव की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की। So we read from Srila Prabhupada Lilamrit. Srila Prabhupada Lilamrit, unlimited opportunity, limited time. This is the past time when Srila Prabhupada is in, Srila Prabhupada devotees are in London. John Lennon's estate, formerly owned by Cadbury family, consisted of 76 acres of lawn and forest, with a large manor and many smaller buildings. John and his wife Yoko lived in the manor. The servants' quarters, where Prabhupada and the devotees were to live, were four separate apartments in a single narrow building near the manor. About 15 devotees moved in, reserving one apartment for Prabhupada and his servant. John wanted the devotees to tear out the hardwood walls and floors in the main house and replace them with new walls, and black and white marble tiled floors. While the renovation was beginning, Ishan, who had recently arrived from Canada, began with a few helpers to convert the old music recital hall into a temple, complete with Vyasasan for Srila Prabhupada. The devotees worked day and night on Prabhupada's quarters, the temple room, and Prabhupada's Vyasasan. With such energy did they work that John and Yoko could see that the devotees were obviously in love with their spiritual master. When the devotees were making a tape to send to Prabhupada in Germany, Ishan asked John if he had anything he wanted to say to their guru. John smiled and said he would like to know Prabhupada's secret that made his followers so devoted. The stage was set. The time had come for the principal character to enter. Lord Krishna's pure devotee was at last coming to England. For the six devotees who had pioneered Krishna consciousness in London, it had been a long struggle. But now it seemed that all their once impossible dreams were coming true. They had found a place for Prabhupada to live in, and they had obtained a temple in the center of London. This was Krishna's blessing. Srila Prabhupada Lilamrit ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, The Creative Impetus, Chapter 5, Lord Rishabdev's Teachings, verse number 4, 5.5.4. नूनं प्रमत्त कुरुते विकर्म यद इंद्रिय प्रीतय आप्नोति न साधु मन्ये यतो आत्मनोऽयम् असन्नपि क्लेशदाश देह नूनं प्रमत्त कुरुते विकर्म यद इंद्रिय प्रीतय आप्नोति न साधु मन्ये यत आत्मनोऽयम् असनपि क्लेशदास देह नूनं प्रमत्त कुरुते विकर्म यदिन्द्रिय प्रीतया प्रणोति न साधु मन्ये यतो आत्मनयोऽयम् असन्नपि क्लेशदास देह
नूनं प्रमतः कुरुते विकर्म
नूनं प्रमथ कुरुते विकर्म
यदिन्द्रियार्पितया आप्नोति
यदिन्द्रिया प्रीतया आप्नोति
न साधु मन्ये यत आत्मनोऽयम्
साधु मन्ये यतो आत्मनोऽयम्
असन्नपि क्लेशद आसदेह
नपि क्लेशदास देह नूनं प्रमथा कुरुते विकर्म इन्द्रिया प्रीतया प्रणोति तु मन्ये यतो आत्मनोऽयम् अपि क्लेशदास देह. Word to word meaning. Nunam, indeed. Pramatta, mad. Kurute, performs. Vikarma, sinful activities forbidden in the scriptures. Yat, when. Indriya pritaye, for sense gratification. Apranoti, engages. Na, not. Sadhu, befitting. Manye, I think. Yata, by which. Atmana, of the soul. Ayam, this. Asan, being temporary. Api, although. Kleshada, giving misery. Asa, became possible. Deha, the body. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Translation. When a person considers sense gratification the aim of life, he certainly becomes mad after materialistic living and engages in all kinds of sinful activity. He does not know that due to his past misdeeds, he has already received a body which, although temporary, is a cause of his misery. Actually, the living entity should not have taken on a material body, but he has been awarded the material body for sense gratification. Therefore, I think it not befitting an intelligent man to involve himself again in the activities of sense gratification by which he perpetually gets material bodies one after another. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Begging, borrowing, and stealing to live for sense gratification is condemned in this verse because such consciousness leads one to a dark, hellish condition. The four sinful activities are illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, and gambling. These are the means by which one gets another material body that is full of miseries. In the Vedas, it is said, Asango he ayam purusha. The living entity is not really connected with this material world, but due to his tendency to enjoy the material senses, he is put into the material condition. One should perfect his life by associating with devotees. He should not become further implicated in the material body. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकय चक्षुरोन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमा ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने। नामस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So yesterday's verse we discussed that Lord Rishabdev is instructing that asat sanga tyaga, one should give up bad association. What is that bad association? Those who are doing sinful activities, those who are asuric, those whose goal of life is not Krishna, they are bad association. And one should use everything in the service of Krishna. So somebody may ask a question that, okay, I am not doing sinful, but I just do sense gratification without harming others, just my own enjoyment. What is wrong with that? So this verse answers that question. That even that is bad association, and even that person is not intelligent. Sense gratification means an effort for our senses to come in contact with their objects. We have five senses: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin. These five senses have millions of objects. For eyes, we have lots of shapes to see, beautiful sceneries. For ears, we have different sounds and music. For tongue, we have lots of tasty eatables. For nose, we have different perfumes and fragrances. And for skin, we have lots of pleasant touches, soft touches, or different categories of touches, or a male touches a female. So all these senses, when they come in contact with their respective objects, that's called sense gratification. There's a feeling of joy. When something nice comes on my tongue, sweet, I feel joy. When some nice fragrance comes in front of my nose, I feel joy. When some nice waterfall or scenery comes in front of my eyes, I feel joy. Or now it's so cold and I touch something warm, a warm tea or something, I feel joy. And like this, um, five senses coming in contact with their object, there is some feeling of joy, feeling of happiness. So there is effort to do that. That is called sense gratification. But the foolish person doesn't know that any time, every time the senses are coming in contact with sense objects, he is getting entangled. It is not joy, it is not relief, it is entanglement. For example, once there was a rat, mouse, in a very huge empty field full of sand, and it was summer time, so the sand was very hot in the daytime. So the rat cannot stay in the hot sand. It cannot stand, it cannot sit, it cannot sleep, and it cannot walk. So what will rat do? The rat would run, because running will have less contact with the burning sand. So he will run in the field in circles, circle, he will run. But how long, how many hours the rat can run? Finally, the rat has to have some shelter. So running in circles, rat was looking for some shelter, and running, it came to a point where there was shade. The rat stopped running, stood in the shade, thanda, cool. It was very cooling. Compared to the hot sand, that shade was very big relief. And what was that shade? It was shadow of a cobra. So the rat came running to the shadow of a cobra, feeling wow, so nice, so much relief. And next moment, the cobra ate the rat. File closed. So this is rat's story. This is our story. Whole day in the world of samsara, we have burning difficulties and suffering and misery. Birth is miserable, death is painful, old age is a suffering, and disease is a suffering. And every day for earning and coming in contact with so many people, there is suffering, and there are suffering from other family members, they're suffering from other living entities, they're suffering from climate. So we are running around, birth after birth after birth, finding some relief. And somebody gets a relief by drinking alcohol, but somebody gets relief by taking drugs, or smoking cigarette, or eating meat, or in contact with opposite gender, or maybe receiving a movie, or reading a novel, or just walking in a park. But every single relief is actually giving us one more entanglement, karma and karma phala. Whatever action we perform, it has a reaction. And because of that karma phala, our duration to continue in this material existence continues. Our duration to stay in this material existence continues. So whenever we try for relief in a materialistic way, our stay in the material world increases. Because every karma, every action has a fruit, karma phala, fruit of action. And for that fruit, we have to take one more birth. If I do 100 actions, 100 karmas, and I get 50 fruits, and I die, What will happen to the remaining 50 fruits? Will it go to my child or nominee? Will it go waste? No. I will have to take one more birth because 50 fruits are pending. And in that birth, I will receive this 50 fruits of karma. Once I receive 50, it will be zero? No. Because in the time I receive 50, I will do 500 more. And I get 2, 300 and I die. So 200 more remaining for next life. And next life I will do 2, 3,000 more. And like this, lakhs and lakhs and lakhs of fruits are pending for our karma. So millions of lifetimes will keep on going, cycle of birth and death, birth and death, birth and death. That's very miserable. So this sense gratification and sense enjoyment is a very big cause of our suffering because eventually we end up doing sinful activities. The senses are so powerful, uh, we can't control them. The first time a person smokes cigarette, he thinks I am in control, but eventually he gets addicted. The first time a friend offers me a glass of wine, I think, okay, I am just testing it. I will not get addicted. But we don't know when we get addicted. In fact, such persons are our enemies, not friends. But we call them friends. First time somebody gave you wine glass, he will give in a friendly way, but actually is an enemy because that is how addiction starts. So that's his materialistic association. That is not called friend who is giving a glass of wine. If somebody comes and gives a glass of poison, we'll say, no, he is my enemy. Somebody gives glass of wine, he is my friend. Are same thing. Glass of poison also is going to kill you. Wine is going to kill you. It is a slow poison. It's going to slowly affect your lungs or liver. So it is all materialistic association leads to sinful activities. Maya is so powerful that Maya captures us through the senses. Each of the senses is very strong and powerful. There are examples of how living entities in the lower species, because of the senses, are vulnerable. For example, fish. Do you know how they catch fish? They put a bait, a food particle on a hook and put it in water. And the fish sees the food and also the hook. Fish sees both and fish understands there's a hook. It's for me. While they will catch me and I'll kill me. Fish understands that. But fish also sees food. And fish thinks hook is in the between. Food is everywhere, many places, long. So the corner of the food, if I nibble, I will get the food also and I will not get in the hook also. So fish goes and nibbles the corner of both sides. And that's very tasty. Fish enjoys. But what happens after nibbling the corner? Two new corners are formed. So the fish again sees and again has the same thought. Hook is in center. I can nibble the corner. And fish again go and nibble the corner. Again very tasty, yummy. Again two new corners are formed. And again the fish tries. And one time the fish gets caught by the hook and is pulled out and dies. So fish is vulnerable because of uncontrolled tongue. One sense tongue so strong that the fish dies. Do you know how they catch deer? The hunter will come and play so nice flute that the deer gets absorbed. The deer generally runs very fast and jumps around. It's very difficult to catch. But when the hunter plays the flute, the deer becomes like a stone, standing at one place, absorbed in the music, and the hunter can go and catch him so easily with his hand. So deer gets vulnerable and caught because of uncontrolled. year. Do you know how they catch elephants? They train a female elephant to attract a male elephant. And beforehand, they make a very big hole in the ground and cover it with leaves. And the trained female elephant attracts the male elephant. And the male elephant becomes mad behind the female elephant and it wants to come and contact and touch. And the female elephant runs towards the hole because the female elephant is trained. The female elephant reaches towards the hole and goes on the side. But the male elephant doesn't know and it falls in the hole of the in the ground and cannot come out. So this is because of skin, uncontrolled lust, uncontrolled skin. It wants to touch the opposite gender and gets caught. In the same way, bees, they enter a flower and the flower fragrance is so attractive, they get captivated and they are just sitting there taking the fragrance. And at night, the flower closes. The petals are very soft. The bee can easily make a hole in the petal and come out. But bee is so attached to the fragrance, it doesn't want to leave and it gets suffocated and die inside. That is vulnerable because of the nose. And we have example of moth, small insects who as soon as they see flame of candle, they think, wow, so beautiful roof, so beautiful form. They go and jump and commit suicide. They are vulnerable because of their eye. So in nature, we have 5 examples. Fish because of uncontrolled tongue, and deer because of uncontrolled ear, elephant because of uncontrolled skin, contact, touch, and moth because of uncontrolled eyes attached to form, and bee because of nose. They get captured or killed or die. Each sense is so strong. What about humans? We have all 5 very strong. Very easily we can get captured by Maya. And mind is also there, the 6th sense, more powerful. And then we marry and we have 6 plus 6, 12 senses now. Husband and wife to be controlled. Because even one spouse sense is uncontrolled, the other also gets impacted. Then we have a child. Then we have 6 plus 6 plus 6, 18 senses. Then one more child, 24 senses to be controlled. Otherwise, there can be cause of accident. So the senses are very heavy, very strong, and we can become vulnerable. So the only way is these senses are used in the service of Krishna. The eye should be used how in the service of Krishna? To come and see beautiful Sri Sri Radha Giridhari, Sri Sri Gaur Nitai, Sri Sri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. So beautiful deities right here in front of us. With our eyes we see them and whole day meditate on their beauty. That purifies our senses. We want to see some beautiful girl or beautiful boy. Here is the beautiful Shyam Sundar and beautiful Radharani. So every day we come and see Krishna. When the deity in the temple is so nicely decorated with colorful garments, attractive ornaments, and colorful garlands, then it attracts the mind of the visitors and the devotees. And that darshan uh, captivates our mind and we can meditate whole day. The gopis in Vrindavan every day, they would wait outside their houses and hide behind the trees and behind the pillars, behind the gates, or sometimes on the terrace, just to see Krishna Balram going with their friends and calves and cows to the forest. And seeing Krishna is a feast for eyes. Krishna doesn't, Krishna likes lots of nice colorful decoration. One of the name of Krishna is Vanamali. Vanamali means one who likes to decorate his body with lots of colorful flowers. And you see, Krishna is always with nice colorful flowers. Even though Mother Yashoda decorates him so nicely and completely perfect, still when Krishna goes to the forest, he will take a blue lily, pluck it, and put it behind his ears. He'll take a red flower, pluck it, put it on his pagadi, his crown, and he will take some red clay, red mati, and put it on his cheeks. He would like to decorate himself more and more. That's why in Bhagavad Gita he's asking Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam, give me fruit, give me flower, give me leaf, give me water. He likes flowers and fruits and leaves. And here in New Zealand we have so many nice flowers and so many colorful flowers and so many fragrant flowers. So we should offer it to the deity. And in that way, the beautiful deities we see, our eyes are satisfied. We don't want to see other beauties. All other beauties in the world are coming from Krishna. He is the most beautiful Shyam Sundar. Shyam. Shyam means black, dark. And sometimes people say dark is not beautiful. That's why in market girls purchase this fair and lovely cream that I should be fair. But that is all marketing gimmick, not required. Even dark is beautiful, and the proof is Giridhari. He is dark and he is so beautiful. So that's Krishna, who attracts everybody, all attractive. So our eyes should be used to see Krishna every day. Preferably every day we come to temple and see beautiful deity and take darshan early morning in Mangalarti or daytime, and our eyes become purified. And our ears should be used to hear Hari Katha, to hear Srimad Bhagavatam like we are having now. Every day there is a Bhagavatam class, and we hear that. And when we chant our rounds, our japa in the morning, we hear. Chant and hear. The holy name should go in the ears. It's so sweet. The holy name is sweet. The Katha is sweet. So our ears will be satisfied. Our ears will be purified. We don't need to hear some other pop music or whatever exists in the world. And we hear kirtans, pure devotees singing Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that way our ears are serving Krishna. And our tongue we should use just to honor Krishna Prasad. Whatever we cook, first we should offer to Krishna and then partake, then honor the remnants of Krishna. So our tongue is satisfied. Eating in restaurants, eating unoffered food, we should not be interested in that. What to speak about meat eating or flesh or eggs? That is sinful. So whatever we cook for Krishna, we offer him and whole family eats. That way the kitchen is purified, the tongue is purified, the income is purified, the house is purified, and all other family members are purified. And Krishna accepts with love. So that's how our tongue is satisfied. Our nose is satisfied by smelling the flowers offered to Krishna. And our skin is satisfied by embracing devotees, paying obeisances. Our hands, legs, and body is used in the service of Krishna. In that way, our mind is captured by Krishna. Our senses should be used in the service of Krishna. Most important, our ears, we should hear Hari Katha and chanting. Tongue, we should only have prasadam. And eyes, we should see the deities of Krishna. And we can have photo of deities in our home or on our desk or in the car. And nowadays Krishna is so merciful, he comes on the mobile screen also. So we can have him whenever we want, we can see him or carry his photograph, deity's photograph in the mobile or in the pocket and purse. So the senses should be used in the service of master of senses. Krishna's one name is Rishikesh. Rishikesh means master of senses. Our Indriya, our senses are his servants. We should please him, and then our senses will be satisfied. And that way we become purified. But when we use our senses for sense gratification, we get entangled. And because of that entanglement in the cycle of birth and death, we end up committing sinful activities and then we go to hell and we get punished there, we get suffering there. Sinful activities, there are four major sinful activities: meat eating, intoxication, gambling, and no illicit sex. So one should not consume meat, fish, egg. One should not take smoking, cigarettes, or drugs or alcohol. And one should not do gambling. One should have honest source of income. And outside marriage, one should not have an affair. Or before marriage, one should not have an affair with opposite gender. This is these four regulatory principles: no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex, is not to make us devotee, is to make us human. Devotee is after that. Otherwise, it's an animal life. So originally, we all are servants of Krishna, but we have this material body by our misfortune, by our miscalculation. Constitutional position, natural position of the soul is to serve Krishna. But now we have left our service to Krishna. That's called fall down. We have a free will by which we choose to love Krishna. And to love Krishna means to serve Krishna. Some service we should do for Krishna. That means we love Krishna. Love doesn't mean just feeling. Love means active service. Love doesn't mean coming to Krishna and say, I love you. Love means coming to Krishna and say, please engage me in your service. Some service we should do for Krishna, that is love. If a boyfriend, girlfriend meet in the park and the boy tells the girl, I love you, and the girl says, look, I am thirsty, can you get me water? And the boy says, no, no, I already told you I love you, that's all, nothing else. Will you call it love? No. Love means service, not just saying I love you. So to love Krishna means to serve Krishna. So when we come to temple, automatically we do service. It happens. That's so easy, which may not happen wherever other places we are in. For temple, automatically some service happens. Very easy. So our constitutional position is to serve Krishna. But when we misuse our free will and we choose not to serve Krishna, we fall down to Auckland. We fall down to material world. And here we suffer. And here, instead of rectifying ourselves and going back to Krishna, we get involved in sense gratification by so-called friends who are actually our enemies. Materialistic association encourages us for more sense enjoyment. If you meet a friend, what is going to say? Let's go to party, let's go to eat something, let's go to drink something, let's go to watch movies, let's hang around. They are not going to say, let's go to temple. So they are increasing your materialistic activity. They are not your friend, they are enemy. They don't even know. They are not our well-wishers because they have no knowledge. But devotee friends are real friends. They will tell us, let's chant Hare Krishna, let's go to the program. Today is Harinam, let's go to Harinam. Where is Harinam today? Henderson. Today is Henderson. There's Harinam at Henderson, 6 p.m. Let's go there. That's a devotee friend. Tomorrow there's Harinam in the city. Let's go there. There's class. Let's go there. Let's Mangalarti. Let's go tomorrow morning, Mangalarti. Such friends we want, who will inspire us, who will encourage us. And sometimes we will inspire them and we will encourage them. We'll wake them up. Let's go. When we do that, life The spiritual life becomes very easy. Alone we may struggle, but with good friends it's easy. So we should have such friendship around us, some well-wishers around us who will sit and chant, sit and read scriptures, sit and discuss, ask questions, share our heart, tell them today I read like this, today I heard like this, and Krishna was saying this, and Prabhupada was saying this, and Shukdev Goswami was saying this, and Prabhuji was saying this, and Maharaj was saying this. And that is real friendship. But so-called materialistic association and friends, they will only make us break the four regulative principles. They will talk other matters, sense gratification matters, and we will continue to fall down from human form to all lower species, become a cat or a dog or a bird or an insect or a fish or a snake or a tree or a plant. What is the use of that? Krishna consciousness is most important treasure, most valuable opportunity. We should not miss it. There's a story about, did I tell the story of Sanatan Goswami? There was a Brahmana who was very poor. So he approached Lord Shiva in Vrindavan and he said, he started doing tapasya and prayers, and Lord Shiva is Ashutosh. He very quickly gets pleased. So he appeared to the Brahmana, gave darshan. He said, what do you want? Brahmana said, I am very poor. I want something, some wealth I want. Lord Shiva said, look, my friend Sanatan Goswami, he stays in Manasi Ganga. Why don't you approach him? Tell him I have sent you and tell him that I have told that he should hand over to you most valuable treasure he has and he will give you. So he was very happy. He paid obeisances and went to Manasi Ganga in Govardhan and he located Sanatan Goswami's Bhajan Kutir. And Sanatan Goswami is a Babaji. So popularly in Vrindavan they will call him Baba. And Lord Shiva is also called Bhole Baba. He is also called Baba. So he went to Sanatan Goswami, said, Baba, Baba, Baba sent me. One Baba sent to another Baba. He said, Bhole Baba sent me to you. Sanatan Goswami, welcome, welcome. Bhole Baba sent you. What can I do for you? He said, Bhole Baba was very pleased with me and he told me to tell you that he has requested you to give me most valuable treasure. So whatever is most valuable with you, you give me. Sanatan Goswami said, if Bhole Baba has sent you, I will definitely give you. Then he pointed to one corner of his kutia where there were lots of trash, unwanted things, dustbin you can say. He said, within that trash there is a stone, just bring it. So he went or removed all the trash, there was a stone. He said, this is Paras money, you take it. What is Paras money? Paras money is that stone, if you touch iron, iron turns into gold. He got Paras, he was happy, he ran to the house. And whatever iron he had, he touched, it became gold. And with that gold, he purchased more iron. And he touched, that became gold, and he purchased more iron. And like this, he became a multi-billionaire with a big palace and nice food and opulence and silken clothes and gold ornaments and pearls and diamonds and everything first class. Became a very rich person. And he told the whole story to his wife, who was very happy. But then suddenly the wife got alert. He said, look, we got cheated. He said, we are so rich. How did we get cheated? He said, remember, Bhole Baba told you to get most valuable treasure from that Baba. He said, yes. And he said, you got this paras from where? From the trash in the corner. So if this paras money is in the trash, what must be in his locker? Must be something more valuable. He cheated you. He had thrown this and he gave you what he has thrown. So what must be in his storage, what must be in his locker, must be something more valuable. You go back to him, tell him you have cheated us. Bhole Baba told us to get most valuable thing, so you give me that. The Brahmana said, look, why to be greedy? We already have sufficient. He said, no, no, I want most valuable. So he went to Sanatana Goswami. He said, Baba, Bole Baba told me to give us most valuable, give me most valuable treasure. But you gave me this Paras money which was lying in your dustbin. So please tell me, do you have something more valuable than this? Sanatana Goswami said, yes, I have. He said, then I want that valuable thing, not this. Sanatana Goswami said, okay, I'll give you that, but first you'll have to throw this in the river. He said, I am ready. He went and threw Paras money in the river. And he came back. And Sanatana gave him mala. He said, sit here and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is more valuable. Goloka Prema Dhana, Harinam Sankirtana. The more valuable is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The money which we earn is not more valuable. The money which our employer gives us is not more valuable. That will just help us to eat some food and purchase some cloth or pay some bills. But Hare Krishna Mahamantra will help us to exit this world and go to spiritual world. And believe me, my dear devotee, there are no bills to be paid in the spiritual world. All is free. So should we continue life after life after life of paying bills, or one life we accept this most valuable treasure of Hare Krishna Mahamantra and quit this world and go to spiritual world where there are no bills to be paid? So this world Krishna has created for us, and this human form is given to us as an opportunity to serve him. If we live very simply, what we need to live, grains, sunlight, milk, water, that's all abundantly available by nature. Fruits, vegetables, they are not made in factories, but we have made a complicated lifestyle where we are more and more dependent on earning money or our standard of living. So fine, as a householder, we have to do that. So we have minimum expenses and maximum time we spend in Krishna service. Srila Prabhupada has given us a program that daytime we do our job, our source of income. Morning and evening we do morning program. Get up early morning, attend Mangal Aarti, chant our rounds, class, Guru Puja, Narsingh Aarti, Tulsi Aarti. And evening we go for Harinam or attend a class or read Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam or do Aarti at home or again visit temple. And daytime few hours. We have an honest income and serve Krishna. If we live like this whole life, by Krishna's mercy, will grow in Krishna consciousness. So a person should understand this human form of life is a very great opportunity and should not at all be missed. We should become very serious in our bhakti, which includes seriously chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, minimum 16 rounds on our japa. Okay, we end here. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Are there any comments or any questions you may please ask? Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you very much for the wonderful class. Probably the story of the Paras money and Sanatan Goswami is that in the Chaitanya. I have heard that before, and I have read it in smaller books. But is the main story in the Chaitanya Charitamrita?
I will have to find out. I also heard long back I have read it.
Okay.
I'll have to find out. Remind me.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. Any more questions? Or you come again? Jiva Goswami and Mirabai had some. Well, I have read that conversation. But many scholars, um, there are scholars on both the sides. Many say they didn't happen. Many say it is made up conversation. It didn't happen. So, yeah, none of our acharyas have quoted it. Prabhupada mentioned about it and he said, um, I think he mentioned about it and he said it didn't happen. Many scholars don't agree with that. Yeah. I think you're talking about when Mirabai wants to meet and he said, I don't meet Mataji's. Same conversation? Yeah. So, yeah, okay. So there's no historical record of that conversation. Yes.
Maybe second time I'm coming. I came first to just tell me the path I will take.
Just tell me.
Path I will take.
You are very fortunate to be here. It's very easy to serve Krishna in Kali Yuga. In Satyuga, people will go to the forest and meditate and do tapasya and do yajna. But now it is very easy. We just chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we'll give you a bead and we'll show you how to chant. You start one bead as 108 beads, individual beads. You start chanting one or two times like this and keep coming to temple. At this time, if you are coming every day, they have Bhagavatam class or evening, Sunday programs, and be friendly with devotees, and you will learn more and more. Right? So today, the first step is you start chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We will have Nitya Gopal Prabhu will have some beats. Yeah, we will arrange beats and show you how to chant. And there's a good day. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, there's a question online. Can japa be done any time of the day if it's not completed in the morning?
Yes, japa there is no rule. It can be done morning, afternoon, evening, night, anytime. We prefer Brahma Muhurta time in the morning because we get more benefit and we are active, fresh, it's easy, good quality. But that's just a preference. But there's no rule. Anytime in the day, japa can be done. If somebody is not able to wake up in the morning, they do it in the daytime. Okay. We'll end here. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
It's praise Gokuleswar Prabhuji ki. Well, there's one more question.
Yeah. 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 There's no rule.